All right, hey guys, Jason here, and we are about to, we just ordered new tires. We're going to get them put on a week from today. We're getting some Falcon AT4s put on here, 35 1150s by 17, same as we got. These are the Toyo Open Country 35 1150s that we have on this thing right here too, same tire, and we are at, we are about 40-something thousand miles. If we look at this, we're at 4395, and I think I had 1,100 miles on it when I put these tires on there. So basically, we are at 43, right around 43,000 miles on these tires, rotated every 5,000 miles, and they've been a good tire. They wear a lot faster than expected, and we're going to talk about that, but we're going to take a look at these. This is a year, you know, they're 18 months old, and we'll dive into them. You can notice what we're getting here wear-wise. So if we take our little wear indicator here, this thing that I got with a pin, and we pick a spot on here, it's nice and flat right there. We're gonna push that right down hard like that, so we're good. And we'll do it again just to verify. We'll push it light. Okay, so there it is. Right there is what we got tread life-wise. That's our tread depth. If we come over here and we hold that on there, and we line that up with that, as you look at this, basically what we're seeing here is 3/32, or 3/16, which comes out to 6/32 of tread life left on these tires. If we come around on this side, check this one here too, same kind of deal. It's just for the heck of it. Let's push that out a little bit. So there it is right there. Let's pick that spot right between those ones. Bring it right down till it touches. And here's our number. Let's see where we're at. Same thing, we put that right on there. You can see 3/32, as you can see right there, or 3/16, which means 6/32 of tread life is what we have left on these. That's not that impressive. That's pretty disappointing for the wear on these, and I have to replace them because I'm noticing that I'm slipping and sliding already, okay? I already noticed a significant difference in traction when I'm in the woods. Remember, this Jeep, I just washed it yesterday, but this Jeep lives in the swamps, 200 miles to 300 miles a week, in the swamps, and I'm noticing that I have like zero traction anymore. I'm everywhere, sliding all over the place. It's just really getting noticeable. So it's like, it's time. I got to put new tires on it. This is the first time in like 12 years that I've had to put new tires on a truck this early on, that I'd had to deal with something like this. So not very often that this happens, and so to have to put those on now, I'm pretty disappointed. So I'm not real happy with these. Yes, they're meeting the requirements of their 50,000 mile warranty. They're probably going to make it. Let's check a front one here. Let's go here, same kind of deal. Let's put this, let's put that there. Let's say pick that spot right there, drop in, and here's our thing. Let's see where we're at here. Same thing. 3/32 or 3/16. That means 6/32. That's very disappointing for 40,000 miles. I'm very, very disappointed. Like I said, not a horrible tire. They were good, and they're still quiet. That's a nice feature to these, is they still do not make a lot of noise, but they're wearing way too fast. I said that in the beginning. I was disappointed in how quick they were wearing, and I thought maybe they would slow down. They've slowed down some, but still, I mean, again, we're at 6/32 out of, I believe, which was originally 16 at 43,000 miles. Now, if we come back here and we go over this way, we got the 4Runner. We just listed it just listed that thing a couple of days ago. So hopefully we're going to sell that pretty soon. Now, I waited till the 2025s were starting to hit dealerships, so that it was, you know, I played that game with the Tacoma and sold it too early. And then the 2024s came out, and then the value of the 23 shot up like crazy, and I'm not making that mistake with this. So we just listed this right now for 45,000. So we'll see what happens there. But we are going to come over here and we're going to check this. Now, these are Falcon Wild Peak AT3s. And for reference point, let's go around and take a look, and I will prove to you on the miles here. But I believe our miles are basically identical. Let me set this right here. So we have this sitting right here. Set that stuff there, and let's open this up. And we are at 4280. 4280, or 42,480. Now, remember, this truck, we put these tires on before it even left the dealership. Okay, we had these installed, these rims and tires and wheels. I brought them with me to pick this vehicle up, and I had them swap them out there. So we're at basically the same kind of mileage. These are Falcon Wild Peak AT3s right here, amazing tire. And if we do the same thing here, I'll do it in one that's not in the sun here too. Here we go, let's go right here. Where am I? I can't even see in here where I am because of the sun. All right, so let's click on that. Look at that. We got a lot more tread sticking out there. What's that put us at? 5. So these have the same amount of miles, and these are at 10. These were at 18, but they are at 10. 30 seconds left on these. Let's go look at one where you can see it better in the sun, but here, not in the sun. But to give that as a reality, that's pretty crazy when you look at those differences, what we're getting out of these. So here's one, we'll pop that right there. And then we're gonna come into the tape measure, set that on there. We are at 10, 30 seconds on these Falcons. So that's a pretty significant difference for the same exact kind of mileage. And that's the part that interests me and bums me out at the same time. So, and look at the aggressiveness of the Falcons. Look at the side biters on here and how well these are done on here. Look at the staggered effects. I like this tire better. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm not gonna say that the Toyos were horrible, but the Toyos they're not my favorite tire by any means. Now there's a reason that I've had 11 sets of Falcon AT3s on different vehicles, 11 sets of these since they've been out. And I don't regret it one bit on a Falcon, not one bit. The Toyo, this is my first set of Toyo open countries I've ever bought, and while they may be good, they're no Falcon, and I'm not that impressed with them. However, I will say the noise factor is different. On a Falcon, once you end up getting about 50,000 miles on them, they still got more than half their tread life left, which is a gold mine, but they do start to get noisy. And same with the Goodyear ultra terrains that I had on my Tacoma. Once you hit about 50,000 miles, they started getting noisy, but they still had half of their tread life left. That was important. So yeah, you dealt with the noise and the whoom, 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 whoom you got from them, but you still had a lot of tire. So if you didn't want to replace them and you wanted to ride it out and deal with the noise, you could. On these, they're quiet all the way through. Realistically, we're probably 10,000 miles away from these being considered too bald to have, and that's not good. But these were quiet the entire time, so you have to weigh the considerations. Me personally, I would take a tire that hits 50,000 miles with more than half the tread life left, and it's going to still be, even if it starts to get a little noisy, then I'll take that all day long. Some of my F-150s with Falcons on them, they would run for 90,000 miles before I'd put tires on them without a problem. Here, we're not seeing that. And also, like I said, I showed you the side bars. Look at how little these are. They're basically non-existent. It's a different design of a tire. I enjoyed these. These were not bad, and I'm not complaining, but I'm not buying them again. I had a choice. Now, let's talk about the price of these. So these ones right here, these are $368 per tire for this 35 1150 by 17. 368 bucks. And then there's some other ones out there in that size range, like the Nitto Trail Grapplers for 400, that kind of thing. The Falcon AT4s that I bought, hang on, let that truck go by. But the Falcon AT4s that I bought that are being put on this now, I got them from Discount Tire for $298 a piece. That's $1,192 for 4 tires. Now I still have the original Toyo Open Country on here as a spare right there, and you can look at how deep that tread is. Look at that. That's what it should be. Look at that. And then here's what we're left with at 40,000 miles. Look at the difference. There's where we should be, and here's where we're at. Like I said, it's kind of disappointing when you look at the reality of these. So will I be buying Toyo Open Country tires ever again? Probably not. Will I be buying Falcons again? Most definitely, and that's what's going on it. We have Falcon Wild Peak AT4s going on next week, same size, and I'm very excited that they're going to be being put on there, and I'm not sad to see these go. However, like I said, there is some pros to these. They did make it to their warranty period. They would survive that. They will do what they said they would do. They'll hold up that good, and they were dead nuts quiet the entire time. That's a big factor for a lot of people. Dead nuts quiet, not a sound of noise. Very, very nice tire for that aspect, and when they had tread on them, they were good, and they worked well, and they did a fantastic job. As you look at that tread design, it's very similar to what we're getting on a Falcon. Okay, that classic S-type, Z-type, tread pattern lug. It's very similar to what we get on the Falcons. So, I mean, this tire is not too far off from there, which is the reason I bought it. So anyway, little food for thought for you on them, on a Toyo Open Country's real world. And remember, this truck does some miles on the high. This truck does two things, only two things. It does not go around town. It does not bebop around town, does not go to the mall. That's what we got Tina's ZR2 for. This truck is on the highway 99% of the time on the highway, pulling or traveling to a hunting spot, and then spends 200 to 300 miles a week in the swamps, not going to and from the swamps, in the actual swamps. So most of the miles on this thing it's either 100% highway or 100% in the sand and in the swamps and in the mud. So that's pretty disappointing for that tire wear when you consider that Tina's 4Runner, that 4Runner we see there with the exact same miles on it, let's just say that if we look at those Toyos on that Gladiator, if we put that into real world perspective, out of let's just say out of 40,000 miles, we'll say that's 30,000 miles of highway and 10,000 miles of off-road use in soft mud and soft sand. Her 4Runner, for her 40,000 miles, again, I'm just using a round number, her 40,000 miles that are on her 4Runner with those AT3s, that is 100% highway and city driving. No off-road whatsoever, 100%. So these have got 10,000 miles of more pavement use, and of that, so many of those miles are actual city driving where you're turning constantly on pavement, in and out of parking lots, all that kind of stuff, and look at how much better that tire looks. So something worth considering anyway, but for me, the Toyo Open Countries, they're not gonna happen no more. We're done with the Toyo Open Countries. AT4s are going on a week from today. I'm excited for it, and the price, like I said, was phenomenal. $1,200 basically to have 4 35-inch tires installed on that Gladiator. And they're being Falcons with a 60,000 mile warranty, 18 30 seconds tread depth. I'm super excited. So anyway, there you go. That's the last review on the Toyo Open Countries. Thanks for watching.